with it. So this next slide is about the phases of user experience and design. So start reading it from the bottom. It's a bottom-up approach. So this slide says, again, it's about user. In our previous slides, we have only discussed user need, but there are other objectives of a website. It's not just user we need to consider. We need to consider the business objectives as well, which is written as site objectives here. So user need and site objective are equally important. In fact, we need to somehow collaborate site objective in such a shape that it should go with the user's need, because it is, you are actually dealing with the business or answer or giving solutions to your business. So it's important to have a clear understanding in advance. Users need, we have already discussed. So have a clear understanding in advance that whatever you are doing, what is the business objective behind it. Don't just design the applications and websites just because you have to design it. Have a clear understanding that why you are designing it, what the business objective is, because most of the time I've seen it happening that designers are designing the sites, but they're not clear on the objective aspect. It's not that they do not have skills to reach to a conclusion or to give a better solution, but the gap comes when they do not have clarity and the communication is missing about the business objectives or the site which is being done, what the objective of it. So just take a first step and discuss with your business people about the objectives of any feature or any product or any website you are engaged in. Okay, next step is functional specifications and content requirements. So this is being taken care by product people. So probably we can discuss the third slide, which is interaction design and information architecture. Information architecture we have covered in previous slides, but I'll again give you an overview. Information architecture is a discipline in itself. I'll just give you a definition of it. You can go and browse and study the detail and in-depth of information architecture. Visio is a good tool to create information architecture. It gives you lots of stencils and approaches to have a detailed information architecture. In information architecture, what you do is you standardize the layout, you standardize the prime objectives and prime information on the page. So before you start information architecture, again the user need and the site objective should be clear in the mind of usability professional. Usually information architecture is being made by a usability professional only. In information architecture, site flow should be covered. Important primary navigation and secondary tertiary navigation, everything should be taken care of. We can say that information architecture is nothing but a blueprint of a website which do not have design elements in it. And when you fill colors, typographies, different style and different design elements in it, it becomes your visual design. So information architecture actually plays a very important role in it. Why we do information architecture is just to minimize the timeline, because if you directly start from functional specifications to visual design, it might take a lot of time, because usually such approaches go into a iterative format, and visual design, the movement it comes, you get lots of subjective opinion about it. So it's good to focus on the information architecture first, so that your discussion, the topic of discussion is towards the the priority of content and the navigation of site, or probably the layout of it. So to keep it centric towards information architecture subject, it is important to have not visual design after the functional specification. So after the information architecture is done, visual design comes into the picture, where a visual designer play a very important aspect, like I discussed, that how the eye movement will happen, how the first gratification on the page looks like. Okay, let's move to the next slide. This is user experience and design. User experience is a term used to describe the overall experience and customer satisfaction coming to your website. So the two important adjectives, the experience, overall experience, and satisfaction. You can never evaluate user experience in silos or on page-to-page basis. When we talk about user experience, it has been evaluated on a complete product, because your user is interacting with the complete product, not with a single page. So whenever you make design decisions, be very sure that you are making consistent design decisions. Your design decisions are not being made on a single page basis. If you are making any decision, just be clear in your thoughts that it should impact, or those design decisions should be carried across the site, so that consistency is there. So benefits are avoiding unnecessary product feature, simplifying customer facing technical publication, improving the usability of system and its acceptance by users, expediting design through detail and properly conceived guidelines. So if you follow guidelines, lots of problems are solved there, because lots of principle guidelines are being written down and everything is there. If you start follow guidelines, you will see the impact in the end result. You will definitely get a better result. Incorporating business and marketing goals while catering to user. So again, as I discussed, that users' goals are important, but incorporating your business and marketing goals are equally important, because ultimately you need to run a business.